If you have any questions about any of the content in this video, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Enjoy the video. Okay, so let's make a start on the first question then. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to expand 2, and then inside of our brackets we've got e take away 8. So remember, we need to multiply the term outside the bracket by all the terms inside. So we have 2 times e, which is 2e, and then take away 2 times 8, which is 16. So our final answer is 2e take away 16. Right, let's have a look at the next one. So we've got 4 and then c take away 6. Okay, same thing, 4 times c, 4 times negative 6, gets us 4c take away 24. Okay, and we'll do 2 more that are in this style. So we've got 4 and then d plus 7. So this time we've got the positive sign, so it's just going to be 4 times d, which is 4d. This time plus 4 times 7 is 28. And the final one that we'll do for this section is 6 and then t plus 7. Same thing, 6 times t is 6t, and then plus 6 times 7 is 42. Right, so this next set is slightly harder because we have an algebraic term outside the bracket instead of it just being an integer. But it's the same method. We multiply 2p by p and 2p by negative 9. So we end up with 2p times p is 2p squared, and then take away 2 times 9 is 18, and then we've got the p as well, so 18p. Same method, we've just got an algebraic term instead. Okay, let's do 2 more of these. So we've got 6a outside the bracket this time, and then a plus 4. So we need to do 6a times by a and 6a times by 4. So we get 6a squared, and then plus 24 lots of a. And for our final question in this style, we have 5h outside the bracket and then 3h take away 2. So in total, we've got 15 lots of h squared, and take away this time 5h times by 2 is 10h. Just before we carry on with the video, I'd like to remind you that a full in-depth course is available for this topic over on my website. It includes everything you need, from the theory to complete worked examples and even your own exam at the end to test yourself. Head on over to benthetutor.com to see all the courses I have available that guarantee your grades will go to the moon. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, let's move on to some slightly differently structured questions where we need to say which of the following is the expanded form of this bracket here. And we've got 4 different options. Really, this question's slightly easier because we have 4 options, and hopefully we should get one of these as our answer when we expand this. So we're going to do 5 times by 3a and 5 times by negative 8. So that will get us 15a, and then take away 5 times 8 is 40. And we can see that's our answer here. Okay, next one, we need to expand the following and get the answer. So we've got 5x times by 3x and 5x times by 10y. So there's 2 different algebraic terms here. So we've got x and y. So we're going to have 5x times by 3x, which is 15. Then we've got x squared, plus 5 times by 10 is 50. And then we've got the x and the y, so 50xy. And hopefully that's one of our answers. And yeah, it is. It's the first one over here. Okay, let's do one more of these. So for this one, we need to expand the following. So 8n, and then we've actually got a quadratic expression inside the brackets, which is 3n squared plus 3n. Okay, so same method again, 8n times by 3n squared, and 8n times by 3n. So this is going to get us 24n, and then because we've got n times n squared, it's n cubed, and then plus 24 again, and this time it's just n squared. And we can see that this is this answer here. They've just swapped around the first and second term, but it's still the exact same value overall. Let's move on to some slightly more difficult questions, and they're a bit more difficult because there's 2 brackets we need to expand, and we then need to collect like terms as it says simplify in the question. So let's do the first one. We have 5 times by 3x, which is 15x, and then take away 35. We've then got plus 3 times x, so 3x, and then plus 3 times 2, so plus 6. Collecting like terms, we end up with 18x, and then we've got take away 29 as our final answer. Okay, right, the next one, we've got y times by 2y, so 2y squared. Y times by 3 is plus 3y. We've then got take away, and then I'm going to put a bracket here for all the terms that are expanded, and I'll tell you why in a second. So y times by 2y is 2y squared, and y times by negative 3 is negative 3y. The reason I've put this bracket in here and here is because we need to take away everything inside. So we've got a double negative, so it's just a bit easier to see it when we put a bracket in as well. Okay, so let's do that. Let's change colour as well. Let's go for this green. So we've got 2y squared plus 3y, and then we've got take away 2y squared, and then the take away negative 3y becomes positive, so plus 3y. We'll collect like terms, and we can see the 2y squareds cancel out, and then we've got 3y plus 3y, so our final answer is just 6y for this one. Okay, let's do one more of these. So for this one, we have 7x times 8x, so 56x squared. Take away 21x, then we've got take away, and we'll put our brackets in. 2x times by x is 2x squared, and 2x times by 10 is plus 20x. Okay, let's expand our bracket. Let's go back to red. So we've got 56x squared, take away 21x still, and then take away 2x squared, and then we've also got take away 20x. So let's collect like terms. So we have 54x squared, and we've then got take away 41x as our final answer for that one. Just before we get into the next question, if you'd like to get some one-on-one support, just drop me an email over at tutoring@benthetutor.com and we can arrange a session. And for our final exam question for this video, we need to expand and simplify the following expression. So for single brackets, this is pretty much as hard as it will get. And it's only a little bit more difficult because we've got x and y instead of just one algebraic term. Okay, so let's expand the first bracket. So 6xy times by 2x gets us 12x squared y. And then we've got take away 24xy. We've then got take away, and we'll put our bracket in. 4 times 5x squared y is 20x squared y. And then we've got take away 32xy. Okay, next thing is to account for the negative sign over here. So let's do that. So we've got 12x squared y, take away 24x, that should be a y there, shouldn't it? I've missed out the y from here. Okay, so 24xy, and then we've got take away 20x squared y, and finally plus this time because of the two negatives, so plus 32xy. Final thing is to collect like terms, and then we'll be all done. So we've got negative 8x squared y, and then we've got plus 8xy, so I'll put the 8xy at the front so it's a bit nicer. So the final answer is 8xy take away 8x squared y.